Hey everyone, my name's Kristen and welcome to my Cathedral Garden. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you're here. I am a former elementary education teacher who is now a homeschool mom to 4 kids. This upcoming year, I will have a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a 1st grader, and a 4-year-old. And today, I'm going to be talking to you guys all about our homeschool management system, so stick around. Before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know that this is going to be a video that I'm kind of doing in conjunction with Christina from Rooted Homeschool. We didn't really want to call this a collaboration because we're technically not talking about the same topic at all, but there are things that I really admire that Christina does. If you follow her on Instagram, you know she is like the queen of fun resources and activities. And so I really wanted to know how she planned those out, what she did, what she bought, how her brain kind of sets that all up, because to me, that's something that does not come naturally like it does to her. And I thought that, well, maybe that doesn't come naturally to her, but the management side of a classroom or of a homeschool, that comes naturally to me. So I thought I would just break down to y'all what I do for our homeschool year, so that way you can have it ready if you want to use something. So if you've been here from the beginning, you're going to recognize the homeschool management systems that I'm showing you because I've already made a video on this. But it was last year, and I believe towards the beginning of my YouTube journey, and I've learned a few things since then, so I wanted to go ahead and update this video and to show you how I'm getting ready for this upcoming school year, and to let you know this system worked so well for us this past year. So I am not tweaking it, I am not changing it. This worked in our home, and so hopefully it can do the same for you. Let's get started, shall we? I am pulling out a page from my classroom days and using a management system here in my home that I also used first in my classroom. And what I love about this is that it works in a classroom with a group of kids or at a house with 1 or 2 or however many you might have. It across the board works, and it's not very quote-unquote schooly. It is not a card turning system or anything like that, though I do know that those work. Instead, I made a small colored page on Canva, and I'm going to explain how we use this system and how we work with these colors. So I have magnets, these small but very, very powerful magnets. Let's see if I can get it to focus with my light. They're just really, really tiny, and I have those just scotch taped to the back of this, and I hang this on our refrigerator. I'm going to use this for reference though. So it just magnetizes straight to the back of our refrigerator. And then what you do is you have, in the classroom I had clothespins, and this was far larger, almost as tall as me. Think construction size papers turned sideways, one on top of the other, because you had to fit 25 clothespins on there. That's how I would do it for a classroom setting. But for this, I just also went into Canva and I made, let me set this down and show you. I made these little, let me see. Oh, come on. There we go. These cute little buttons that just have the first initial of my kiddos on all of them. So I went in and made those and then cut them out and put a magnet on the back of them. And here's how this management system works. Every day, everyone starts out on green. Green is okay. All right, we're doing great. Not up, not down, just perfect. And everyone starts out on green. Now, if you catch someone doing good, then they would move up a color. This is really, really helpful, especially for my younger kiddos. Honestly, my 4-year-old all the way up to my 3rd grader love this. My 5th grader enjoys it too, but the younger ones really latch on to this. So if you do something good, you can move up. This is an easy yet tangible way to work on those character qualities that you're hopefully talking about as you're schooling. So if you see somebody working diligently, you can say, oh, move up. Or if someone talked kindly to their sister, I would be like, oh, I'm so proud of you for doing that. Please go move your magnet up. Or if, whatever else. You worked hard today. I saw you give deference to a friend and let them go first. Things like that. It's just a really tangible way to say, hey, I see that, and for them to see how they're doing throughout their day. Like I said, this is great for little ones. The beauty of this is that they can move up in different ways. Now, if they do something that is not correct, if they break a rule, they can also move down. So say someone has rolled their eyes or whatever for a certain thing, then you would have them move their magnet down. What I love about this system is that the movement is fluid. So if you were ever in school and you had like a card turning system, you know that once your card was flipped from green to yellow to red or whatever, there was nothing you could do. The note was going home to mom and you were kind of stuck. This system though, unless you get on red, which is my rule, if you get on red, you cannot move back up. That's been a really, really bad day and you're gonna have to talk to your dad. But if you're on yellow or even orange, you can move back up. You can get back up to green and all the way to blue if you want to. Just gotta, make the effort to get there. Also here, just because you've done something that's wrong doesn't mean necessarily that it's been bad. And so the fluidity and the movement of this system is what makes it stand apart from the rest, especially as a classroom teacher, but also just as a mom. With those kiddos that sometimes go through different seasons where it's just a little bit harder than usual, it really forces me to make sure that I'm looking for the good that they are doing, not just the bad. And it also shows them when they are doing good and when they aren't. It is a tangible reminder to have to go and move your pen up or down. So this system works so well. I can send you this file if you would like. Just leave me a comment, maybe with your email down below, and I would love to send you the page that I made. It is nothing special. You can totally go make it yourself, but it's already made for you. Just let me know if you would like it. I also do a rewards-based system, and it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with this. I could attach a reward to this if I wanted to, and you know what? Some days I do. I'll say, hey, if you're on blue, we're gonna go get some ice cream or something of that nature, because I would like them to work extra hard that day on whatever particular character quality or just in general in life. But I also have a rewards-based system that I use in our homeschool, and I know sometimes people, that rubs them the wrong way, but my mom, who is a teacher and now a principal, she said it best to me, and she said, I would not work for no paycheck. I want to be paid for the work that I do, and I want to do a good job. So it's not bribery, it is payment for a job well done. And I love the way that she looked at that. In our house, you can earn up to 3 tickets per day. So the first ticket you can get is if you do your morning jobs correctly and your chores. And we're gonna get to that here in just a second of what those are. That has to be done thoroughly, so all the way, not a sloppy job, not half-hearted, cheerfully, yes ma'am, and quickly. You didn't dilly-dally. So they can earn a ticket that day for that. They can also earn a ticket for doing their schoolwork with mostly a happy heart. Now sometimes it's hard. I mean, no, I didn't like math as a kid, so there are some times where I understand that, oh man, but if you've done your schoolwork and you've tried hard to do it that day, you get your second ticket. And then the third ticket you can earn is by being kind to your siblings. And this is great because along with this kind of reward system, if something warrants it bad enough, I can say, oh, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to lose your sibling ticket today, or something to that effect. For the most part, I really try to make sure that my kids each get 3 tickets per day. I try really, really hard to not take away those tickets, but it is something else I do have in my back pocket and at my disposal, and something I can say, such as, hey, I see you're struggling with this and I really don't want to take a ticket, but I'm about to have to. And that can sometimes reinforce what this cannot. So they each have their own little cubbies. I picked these up at Walmart, super simple, and have tickets. Now these will last you a really, really long time. Those are also from Walmart. And then at the end of each week, every Friday, we shop. That's what they call it. And I have gone through ahead of time to things like Dollar Tree or Target Dollar Spot or what have you, and I have selected a bunch of little toys or candy. Honestly, it's the candy that goes the quickest in our house that I know that they will enjoy, and I stick them in this. This is just a shoe hanger from Walmart, one of those clear ones, and I will hang this up in a closet door that's close to our kitchen, which is also close to where we do a bunch of our schoolwork. It kind of all fits right around in here. And I will have designated different things worth different values of tickets. So since I'm giving 3 tickets per day, I try to make my values a little bit higher. I believe the lowest ticketed item is about 5 tickets. So they can choose to use all of their tickets at once and get a bigger item, or they can divvy it up, or I even put some things in there for like 70 or 80 tickets and they can save towards that. Or if it's like a pizza party with dad or with friends or something, they could pull all their tickets together if they wanted to. I put in things as well like don't do morning jobs for a week, skip a math test, you know, things like that, things that might be a little fun reward that they could purchase with their tickets. They can use all of them in one week, or as little of them as they want, or save them and not get anything. Totally up to them. It kind of is like an easy intro into budgeting, and it also is a good look at seeing which one of your kids are savers and which ones are spenders, because not all kids are created equal. So that is something really fun and rewards based that I get to do with my kids, and they love it. Where I sometimes fall short though is I forget to give the tickets until Friday. I have done that before. Or sometimes I'm like, oh, I just don't want to shop. I just don't want y'all to shop, because it can be a process. So I am becoming more aware of that and trying to make my attitude better to reflect the attitude that I would also like them to have. So come along with me and I will set up this little doodad and show you what all I have ready so far to put in here and how I just organize it. I really like how low profile this reward system is. It houses everything all in one location, like the tickets and the ticket holders, and then the rewards themselves. This is not everything I plan on having in here. It's just what I have on hand left over from our vacations and whatnot. I'm also taking the time here to write up some more little rewards that they could use their tickets towards, and putting those in the slots as well. And then I also took the time just to write some numbers on little pieces of paper, and that will say how many tickets they will need. And I will do some shuffling around with this too. There will be multiple pockets that have the same number value for different things as I continue to fill up our rewards. As promised, here is what we use for chores and the system that I have found works best for my personality and in our household. I kind of got the idea and created my own thing based off of Shirley from Home and Arrows. I love her YouTube channel, and she had this on one of her videos, and so I made something very, very similar to hers in Canva. Once again, if you would like this template, let me know. I can get it to you, but it is a chore chart, and at the top of it we have our verse, and we talk about this at the beginning of every year, and it is whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as if working for the Lord and not for man. And that's Colossians 3:23, and we talk about how the Lord created us to work and why work is good and how it is a blessing to our family. So that all is up here, and then right here are just job ideas, because as you'll see, these things right here are blank. I am not the type of personality that does good with having something exactly the same that we do at exactly the same time on every single day. That kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety or something, I guess. I like routine versus schedule, and so I will write in that morning, after we are done with our morning menus at breakfast, 2 chores that the kids are responsible for that day. So normally for me, that's looking around and seeing what needs the most attention. At least once a week, we will hit on the guest bathroom, because that's a bathroom that all 4 kids share. So if we do that one week, Reed will be in charge of like sweeping the bathroom. Owen will be in charge of wiping the toilets. Hallie Kate might be in charge of wiping the countertops, and Karis might be in charge of getting all the bath toys together and closing the curtains. She's our 4-year-old, so you know, based on skill level and age appropriateness is what I hand out. So they could all go together like that. Or sometimes I have 2 kids washing windows while one kid takes the trash out, while, you know, it's just whatever needs to be done that day. And that really works for us. They can see it if they have forgotten their jobs. They can see what they need to do. Now, along with these chores, we have what we call morning jobs in our house. These are jobs that we do every morning, no matter what, unless it's the weekend. So every morning they are required to make their bed, brush their teeth, get dressed and put away their pajamas, and put away their breakfast stuff, along with one other household chore that is specific to them. So my oldest will always be sweeping around our dining table. My second oldest will always be wiping the table. My third oldest will always be either sorting laundry or wiping the game room table. And my youngest might be doing silverware or helping a brother by wiping out the seats of the dining table, something such as that. I'm still working on getting hers nailed down pat. But these things are quick. You know, it sounds a lot. 5 jobs, really 6. Oh my goodness. But honestly, it's things that they should be doing anyway. And these should happen fast, and then they move on to these 2 jobs. And I usually schedule about 30 minutes for all of this to be accomplished. So in the mornings, we will wake up, we will eat breakfast and do our morning menus. We will talk about our chores, and then we will head out to do them, and then we will begin school. And that is how that works for us. I hope that this has been a helpful resource for you today. I know that probably not everyone's home will run just like mine, that it won't look just like mine. Maybe you are anti any system or reward or whatever, and that's okay. We're all different. But if you've been looking for something and would like to give this a try, let me know if you do, and let me know how it works, either in the comments down below or over on Instagram. You can find me there under the same handle, My Cathedral Garden. I love getting to know and chat with y'all there. If you have not done so already, I would love it if you would subscribe if you like what you've seen today. And if you really don't want to miss any content that I put out, be sure to turn on that little notification bell, and it'll let you know anytime that I have a new video coming out. Thank you guys so much, and I am so excited to go watch Christina's video. I cannot wait to see how she really makes all of these ideas come to life. So be sure you head over there to her channel. It is linked in my description below. She is just a gem of a person. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.